Well, hello there. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome to another night of Kingdom Builders Business University behind the scenes. Say hello to the KBBU team, everyone. Hey! Yes, yes, yes. We are coming in another night. If you're watching us for the very first time, my name is Michelle Green, and I'm the founder of the company. And what we do here is we have a undergraduate course every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9, and we come into that course talking about all types of business things that will help entrepreneurs to have a better business lifestyle. So this week we are talking about business and life management. Okay, business and life management is what it's all about, because if you don't have business and life management, you will not have a business for very long. Am I right, y'all? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we learned in class tonight, and we're going to discuss business management and business life and management from a perspective of systems. Hey, hey, systems. Let's go. Let's go. So all businesses need systems in order for them to be ran and to continue to be maintained for the life cycle of their company. So one of the things that we discussed tonight is CRM. So let's get right into it. Let's talk to our coaches and see what they learned from tonight's class, y'all. Hello, let's go. All right, let's start with Dr. Tina. You want to go first?
Well, for me, I am familiar with CRMs, but I wasn't familiar with the structure of where you place people on the CRM. So tonight's class was very enlightening for me, being a business owner. And even though I have people that work for me, I just was placing people where I needed help. I wasn't really think about the strategic planning of placement of people within the CRM system and how it breaks down, and so tonight's class was very enlightening because it just proves the fact true that you don't know everything. You learn something new every single day. And now my mind is blown because as small business owners, 9 times out of 10, when you start out, you are doing business by yourself. But that is not the end goal. You want to be able to hire people in and be able to lighten the load for you. And most businesses, you're not in business to stay the same way. You want your business to grow, right? And so CRMs actually allows you to be able to expand and grow and manage not only your team, but most importantly, your customer and client base. Because one thing you don't want to do is take in an influx of many, many more customers and have no way to manage them and have no. So this helped me to see, other systems that you was talking about. And as well as the importance of, if you truly want to expand and sustain your business, you cannot micromanage and manually do stuff. Like, I'm at the level, I cannot manually do stuff anymore. You have to learn that automation is your friend. It's your friend. Okay. That's your friend. And so tonight's class just really highlighted that for me. And I need to go in and do some extra work myself, because now when you broke it down, like how you broke this thing down, I was like, okay, I got it. Okay. We're about to tighten stuff up. All right. So I feel like the students as well as the coaches, it's just on another level CRM. I never thought about a CRM in this way until tonight. So anyway, I'm going to be quiet because, I can go on and on. But anyway, that's it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tina. That was awesome. I appreciate your feedback, because when we do think about it, we don't really connect like the duties of who we're supposed to put where and what is it that they are supposed to be dealing with. Like, what are they supposed to handle when it comes to our organizations? And that's the reason why business and life management is so crucial, because it teaches us, like, okay, well, I need help with answering the phones, or I need help with managing billing, I need management with invoicing. I need management with scheduling appointments. If we are trying to do all of that ourselves as entrepreneurs, it's okay at first because that's how most of us start out. But that, like you said, is not the end goal. We got to think about like, what else can we do to bring more people in our organization, because more people means more money, and that's our another one of our end goals. Am I right? We want to help people. We want to make an impact, but we can only make a small impact when we're trying to operate on a level of doing every single detail ourselves. Like it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. So I'm so glad to hear that, this was something that really was impactful to you, because we do need to understand like the people that are a part of our organization or will be a part of our organization, that they need to know what it is that they are supposed to do exactly. And if we don't know what they're supposed to do, if we're trying to do a million things and we bring somebody in, like I remember when I first started my businesses and I started to hire people, I expected the people to do the same job that I did. And that is not what you hire people to do. You have to understand that as a CEO of your organization, you have to hire people in increments of what it is that you do as a whole. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm getting inspired myself. Hey, but y'all got to think about it. Like, you can't hire somebody and expect them to do everything that you know how to do, because it's your organization. And we truly get too caught up into, oh, well, this person ain't doing this person ain't doing that. But that is not the ultimate goal. You hire specific people for specific tasks. And if you don't know what a CRM is, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all this tip. A CRM is a customer relationship management system. It manages your clients. It manages your operations. It manages your whole entire business. And if you don't know what that is, you need to know, and you need to definitely involve yourself into a CRM. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there, and I don't want to reteach the class. So let me go ahead and let Dr. Mary, can you give us some feedback on what it is that you learned tonight? And I'm sorry, guys, I'm doing ladies first.
No, yes, I agree, Michelle. And it goes back to even when I went to school for business, they taught us the basic fundamentals. And that's why I'm really glad for KBBU, because you go into detail. You don't just give us the surface stuff. We go in detail. And not only do you go in detail, but you have coaches here to assist people. And this is the thing, I take it back to the classroom when I was learning all of this and paying all this money for my business. Nobody's teaching what KBBU is teaching. And I'm not, listen, I'm not just saying that. I'm so serious about that. And when I learned, nobody's teaching about CRMs. Nobody's really teaching, especially for small business, because we got so much to do. We're thinking, okay, let me just say it. Let me just talk about me. I was thinking I had to do it all by myself.
Wow.
And now you overworked, you underpaid, and you just stressed out. Why? Because you don't have the systems in place to be able to do the things that you need to do, because you can't expand. And this is what you were talking about, this 5 and 6 figure income and 7 figure. How can you go further if you don't have the foundation solid and laid out the way it's supposed to be? What if you just had the brick? What did you have the water? You got to lay the foundation. Every time there's a house laid, the foundation is put in place before anything else is put there. Woo. And this is what KBBU is doing. Yes, I went to school for business. Yes, a lot of things, but I'm telling you, when I came to KBBU, and I'm like, what? Nobody told me that. I'm paying all this money. Nobody said that to me. And that's why I'm really, really glad for KBBU, because it's not just about theory, it's in application. And then when you get to that application, it's taking it to the next level. And then when you get to that level, it's taking it, it's forever growing. So I'm really, really grateful, because even in the same thing, I learned something new. It's like, okay, I thought I heard that. No, you didn't hear that last time. You're in a different place, because every time you go through these classes, we're in a different place in ourselves and the business. And so because of that, now we can apply the concepts that you're teaching now to what we've already done, so that eventually we're going to get a whole complete picture. And now we can take it to the next level and take it to the next level and take it to the next level. KBBU, I'm telling you, I'm grateful because it make you think every time. And I'll be like, whoo, okay, yeah, let's do that. And I'll be calling Michelle and I'll be like, okay, Michelle. But she'll be like, okay, calm down. Calm down. Let's. So I'm really grateful. Seriously, I'm really grateful that KBBU is here, that you guys are here, so that I can. And now my business is actually, the foundations of my businesses is actually being laid properly. And so I don't have to be in a hurry, because so many times, let me just talk about me. I was just in a hurry to get it done, start making money. But if you're in a hurry to do that and you don't have the foundation properly laid, your house gonna fall. And now what you could have been taking a couple minutes to do, now you have to restructure because the house is caved in because the foundation is not solid.
Oh, that's such a good point. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Mary. Yes, that was so good. That was so good. Thank you so much for sharing that, and really just being raw and real, because that is so true. You know, every week God just downloads something brand new in my brain, and we just come to class, and even I'm shocked. Y'all think y'all shocked. Imagine being the one that has to teach the class. It's like, wait a minute, God, you just flipped this whole thing on me. It's like turned completely around. But yes, I really truly agree with you in that every time we come to class, it's fresh, new information. You just don't get that everywhere. A lot of times when we go to school, when we're learning, when we're gaining education somewhere, it is just a repeat of the same exact information. If you retake a class, you're going to hear the same exact information, and you are hearing the same exact information, but it is not taught the same way here at KBBU. And that's one of the things that we look at. We have an outline, but do you have an outline for your business? Do you have an outline for your personal life? When you talk about managing an organization, we're not talking about just managing your household, but we're talking about managing your organization. We're talking about both. And this is where most people struggle the most, is because they don't have systems in place. They don't have systems in place for their personal life. They don't have systems in place for their business life. And therefore, that's just like you said, we crumble, we fall, and we do away with trying to do business, trying to go forward with our companies, because we didn't understand that a system needed to be in place in order for us to really go to the next level. We can do nothing without a system. Everything around us is on a systematic plan. Everything around us has to have the people and the resources, the equipment and the tools for us to be able to function well. And if we don't have that, all of those things, if we just got the people, but the people don't know what to do, if we got the administrative executive, the virtual assistant, if we got a system in place for them to go by, then it's easier, it's simpler for them to operate. So that's the reason why so many of us don't get it. That's like you just said, when you first start business, the only thing you want to do is just make money. You know that you got a product or a service, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna work this product or service till the wheels drop off, right? That's how we do. But if you work the business till the wheels drop off, you're gonna drop off too. Okay, it ain't gonna be nobody to take over after you leave, because you didn't put people in place with the understanding of how the systems work. Let's take, for example, our system of bookkeeping. How well do we keep our books? How well do we organize our money? Once the money comes in, it goes into the bank account. Okay, what happens after that? What happens when it's time to do the taxes? Now, this is a big issue that we talked about tonight. We're talking about like things that really matter and that really impact your livelihood. This is going to impact your personal and your business life if you don't have your taxes taken care of. There are so many millions of businesses out here that don't even do their taxes. And then they're trying to go and get grants and scholarships and different things. They're trying to get the free money, but then they're not in the right position because there's no bookkeeping system. You know, it's not just about when you grow and you make more money to just stay at a certain level and keep doing the same thing. No, in order to grow, you have to change what's up in here, and you also have to implement what is the order, what comes first, second, third. Okay, you got to change things up a little bit. You cannot remain the same. You got to be able to bring in people, and you got to have the duties of those people implemented in order for you to go to the next tier. So that's what it's literally all about, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking because I can keep going. You know, I already done taught the class, but I'm telling you, I'm on fire tonight. I love business management, and I love even personal management because I'm constantly looking around every single day at something that I can improve upon. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So that's how we have to take it as business owners and as people in our life, whether we're managing the personal side or the business side or both. We got to realize that we need a system in place. We need the rules and regulations laid out, but we need a system that's going to help us to be more efficient and effective. Am I right, y'all? Okay, that's what we got to do. All right, up next, we're going to say Preston for last. Let's hear from Coach Cornell. Hey!
Man, I tell you, when I saw those students tonight, it was kind of crazy because it's like a deer in the headlights. Yeah, because that's how I was. Okay, this CRM thing, man, it's a beautiful thing because, you know, it helps you manage your appointments, your tasks, all of this stuff. You know, only thing you need somebody there to do is play and plug, and it'll do the rest for you. Also with reminders and help the team stay on task and everything. I'm just saying, when I first came to this class and we was putting together the executives, and it kind of scared me because I'm like, I'm supposed to be in this thing to make money, and these executives are going to be taking all my money.
Oh!
You know, how am I going to pay these guys? You know, how am I going to pay the Dr. Tinas and Dr. Hancock? How am I going to do this? So, you know, when we went through CRMs, I'm like, okay, I don't really need a person with all that knowledge. I just need them to know what they need to do. Get in that system, plug it, and it'll do the rest for you.
Boom!
That's a beautiful thing. So I don't have much to say tonight, but I just want to put out there that this thing could save you a lot of money, because just imagine back in the day when they didn't have CRMs. Those people that really had to work up there in those powers to be, they was taking all your money. You know what I'm saying? They had to do their own stuff. They had to do their own research instead of plug and pay. So this CRM thing can save you a bunch of money.
Wow, Cornell.
We're not trying to replace a human being, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to stay above water till you start making that big money. And if you want to, you know, hire somebody so you can have someone to point the finger at when you have falsehoods. You know, sometimes it's human error when you're dealing with computer play and whatnot, but sometimes you have those little glitches every now and again. You know, sometimes you want to have that person to say, hey, what happened here? I need some answers. And sometimes that glitch can't help you. But I'm telling you, it's a lot less glitches, and you can save a lot of money. It will help you. It will help you. That's all I got to say on that.
Thank you so much, Coach Cornell. That was amazing. And it made me start thinking about, you know, you're right. We don't really consider what the people back in the day had to do before CRM even existed. Now we got machines that will do things for us, will help us to be more effective and efficient, will help us not to make those errors and mistakes, those omissions, okay, and errors, as they say in insurance. Okay, so if we're thinking about it, truly, we have advanced with technology. When I say we have advanced, if we think about the artificial intelligence of how that has really begun to change our lives, and we just at the beginning stages of it, okay, then think about how life has become more convenient. I mean, more convenient that we can go through a drive-through right now and it's gonna get our order correctly, no matter how many times we change it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I did test this out the other day. I tested out AI at the drive-through. I tested it out to see if it actually was going to change my order or if it was going to listen to exactly what it is that I said. And every time it got my order right, and I changed the order at least 4 different times. I'm telling you, I was like, okay, well, let me see if this artificial intelligence is really going to be accurate, okay? But we do that. That's how we grow. And if you're not up to date with like what's going on in the world, that could be the very reason why your business would go under. So we got to understand that we need the systems. We don't need the systems to take over and think for us. We still need to make sure that we're thinking for ourselves and that we are commanding the machines, the artificial intelligence, to think for, on our behalf, not to think for us. We need to still be creative because at the end of the day, the humans do rule the earth, right? Okay. But when we're thinking about systems, we're thinking about how things used to be. Man, have we grown? We have tremendously grown because we have the ability to have so many conveniences in our life today because of systems, because of automations, because we don't have to go through and do. Think about back in the day when people used to have to wash their own clothes by hand. How many of us will survive from that today? I don't think many of us will be able to do it, okay? I know I've seen my grandmother scrub on the washboard. I've seen that back in the day, okay? I've seen them take the clothes out, lift them up, they soaking wet, and then drop them back in there and scrub them. That's right, Cornell. I see you over there. You know what I'm talking about. Yes. So we got to look at, how far we've come. But are we actually implementing what is available to our fingertips right now? Are we thinking about the changes that have come about throughout business life? People are every day looking at the technology. We have internet. We can talk, and all of us are in different locations. Okay, all of us are in. Mr. Cornell is in Georgia. Okay. And we can talk in this KBBU behind the scenes, and everybody is all comfortable in their houses and able to impact across the whole entire world. There are millions and billions of people who are watching. So how in the world would we be able to do that if it weren't for technology and systems that we learn how to operate, y'all? So we got to be more open-minded to the systems that are available to us. We got to be more open-minded and understand that these systems matter. It matters. These systems are very crucial to our livelihood. Okay? So thank you for sharing that, Cornell. That's a very powerful point about systems that I didn't even think about. I appreciate that. All right, now come on with the last. Coach Preston, let's go. Territory coach. What's up?
Let's go.
All righty then. She done brought in the lefty. Okay. Now, I'm going to start out with a cliche. To err is human, but how you respond to them errors and how you correct it and move forward, that's what makes you an entrepreneur. All right?
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Now,
all right.
if you are here and you watching this, first off, what's up, y'all? Throw your deuces. KBBU is different from other courses because I'm going to tell you like this. Right now, other courses, they're teaching you CRM by using a CRM, and they're charging you by the chapter. All right.
Oh, that's a good point.
Is the key point of everything that we do here at KBBU. We giving you not the software because they teach you the software. They don't teach you how to use it. They teach you concept. They don't teach you practical application. All right. That's what KBBU is different. Okay. I'm gonna give you some examples of people who learned the software but didn't use it. Polaroid. They didn't go to digital cameras. No more Polaroid. Blockbuster. They didn't think about streaming. Netflix came in and ran with it, okay? So You have to, and the word I'm getting to with all of that is adaptability. Using these CRMs will make you more adaptable. You will learn that here in KBBU. That's what I got. I use the CRMs. It's so many of them out there that, and they all have the same concept, but their selling product is gonna be a little niche here, a little peak there. But if you don't know how to use one, it means nothing. Okay,
Ooh.
right? Come to KBBU and learn about the concepts, the whys, the hows, the wins, all the 5 W's. All right, we're just not gonna say here. You know, like say Dr. Merritt, everybody talking about, I'm one of those victims, you know, paid all that money, you know, all them rah-rah speeches, and I got nothing from it. I got a receipt. That's all I got. I ain't got no revenue. And I got attitude, right? Well, that's what I get from like this course. And then Michelle, you said something about I didn't know that, or I didn't understand that. You know, those are like lessons in life. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't understand that, because people are going to give you just enough to get you interested, and then they're gonna say, well, for a small payment of $29.95, I tell you the rest. And they reading out of the book, same book they're trying to sell you, right? That ain't what we do here. Now, are you gonna have to invest in yourself when you come to KBBU? You sure are, but we ain't giving out no freebies neither, right? But at the same time, it's an ROI, it's a return on your investment. That's what I'm getting at, all right? It's a return on your investment. So yeah, I love the CRMs. And like my other little example, what I use it for, like when I input my client's information, can you imagine 90 days out, 120 days out, you say, hey, tell your daughter happy birthday. What kind of travel plans y'all got? That's how my client took them up. Hey, I'm glad you said something. I need you to plan something for me, right?
Ooh.
A simple greeting, a salutation, a conversation will have your business flourishing. You ain't got to always have an elevator pitch, but you ain't always got to use it. Be yourself, right? Your product, your presence, who you are is your biggest selling point. I used to say this, I changed this one phrase because it was kind of vulgar and we can't talk that way. So I'm gonna use another phrase. You ain't never seen a leader run around telling everybody how much of a leader they were, because you know who they are when they walk in the room, okay?
Boom.
Used to be another word we use, but we can't use that word out here. We're keeping the PG-13. Yeah.
All right, PG-13. Thank you for keeping it PG.
Exactly.
All right.
But that's that. But of all of what we taught, all of what we listen to when we listen to Michelle and all our feedback we get from each other, that's what I got from that. You have to get inside. Take the CRM is not your business. It is a business tool. All right. Think about old accounts. You had them old calculators, right? Them old ad machines, right? Clicking their hands, right? CRMs are an evolution from that. All the old technology you had to use, like the washer. My grandma had the washer with the ringer on it. And they would tell the kids, don't get your hand stuck in there. We go put our finger in there anyway, right? So we're talking about an evolution of things, right? You know, like you say, slapping the wash on the rocks, and we have a scrubbing board and all that stuff. We have evolved. Evolution is what's going to keep your business going. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to grow. Resistance to change will have you on the unemployment line. All right. You can't be skeptical and broke at the same time. Okay. Don't do that. So that's what I got, Michelle. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Preston. That was good. I love it. Come on.
I got to shout out Yoshi. This Yoshi used to be at the end of this. So I got to make sure I represent for him.
Yes. We are missing 2 coaches, Coach Yoshi and Coach Doris. But that's okay that they are not here tonight, but we still know that they are part of the KBBU team. So thank you guys. Shout out to y'all if y'all are able to watch the behind the scenes. But anyway, thank you, Preston. That is such a great point. I love the analogies of the different things that you said just now. Like that was fire, because those are things that I didn't think about. Polaroid. I didn't think about the streaming services, but you can look all around your life, personally and in business, and see the growth, the change. You can see the opportunity for people with systems that actually took their businesses and took their lives to a whole nother platform, to a whole nother tier. So that's why it's so crucial that we understand how to not just have, like you said, Preston, not just to know what the software is, but how do you operate it to its maximum capacity? How do you operate bookkeeping? How do you operate the administrator? How do you operate? Do they know what they're doing? Do we know what we're doing? Talking about we running big time businesses and then we don't have the first idea because we didn't even know what a CRM was. Okay.
Oh no, we lost her. Don't you hate that?
Well,
we're gonna keep it moving. But yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. We
No,
can keep
you got
it
it.
going.
You got
Well, I know for me, I outgrew my CRM because, like you said, Preston, there are so many different variations of a CRM, and each CRM give you a little piece. They might have one little extra thing that another CRM don't have that made you opt in to purchase it. And so what happened with me is that the CRM that I was using for years, I outgrew it. And so I had to end up finding me another CRM that can grow with me, that I wouldn't have to go and reinvest again. And so Michelle actually mentioned some CRMs in the class. And so when I was looking for an additional CRM that I can write notes on each client and my team, when we have different meetings and different stuff like that to help us be more efficient, of course, I was like, let me just go ahead over here and say, why am I struggling doing all this research looking for a CRM when I'm right here in KBBU? So I called Michelle. I was like, listen, I outgrew my CRM. I don't know which one to go with because there's so many and I feel overwhelmed. Which one? And she was like, use this one. This one, what I use with KBBU. And I was like, KBBU. And I'm gonna tell you, since I've been using the one off of Michelle's recommended list, not only the CRM but also scheduling and different things like that, I have seen how my client base, as they love it. The presentation, I'm on point with the appointments when I have mine, and it flows so much better. So I just want you guys to know that it will come a time, because we always going to have expansion. It will come a time that you will possibly expand or outgrow a CRM. And the one that Michelle recommends, though, I don't see you ever outgrowing that one. So I'll probably be with it for life, because
I know that's right.
I get sick and tired of keep switching because I just kept outgrowing everything too quickly. So I was like, you know what? I'm in this business school. Let me ask her, girl, what I need to do? Because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired with these CRMs that can't hold my capacity. She was like,
right.
Yes. So anyway, she is back. I'm gonna be quiet because we want to feel that air.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes we have technical difficulties with our systems, but hey,
human beings.
That's right. We're still human beings at the end of the day. So I apologize for that. But thank you all for watching tonight. We are so happy that you are here. Now, those undergraduate students, listen, y'all better get into this meat and potatoes, because you ain't, like they said, you ain't getting it nowhere else. And yes, we have a whole list of systems that you can use that we've already tested the waters for. And that's the kind of stuff that you get at KBBU. Hey, so y'all better go ahead and sign up today, www.kbbulllc.com. Make sure you give us a call or send us an email. We want to talk to you about your business, because we understand that without us and without you, there will be no reason to really do business. Okay? Hey, let's go. Let's go. All right, that's all we have for tonight. Make sure that you are subscribed to the KB.MichelleGreen YouTube channel, because we are on Roku. We're everywhere. We're on the CTR Media Network, powered by them. So if you are connected to CTR Media Network, you're seeing us on TV, baby. We're on TV everywhere, as well as we are on the YouTube channel and social media. So you can find us everywhere at KB.MichelleGreen. Make sure you set your notifications so you never miss a KBBU behind the scenes and every other show that we have. Okay, thank you all for watching tonight. Thank you, coaches. Y'all were phenomenal. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week. Have a blessed night.